Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. I am here. Got some milk because it's currently a stupendously late time, 9:51 at night. I'm doing a video quickly because been to do it for a while and I'm going to be able to upload it tomorrow hopefully. So yeah, been pretty good over the past couple of days. I'm currently deaf out my left ear, so that's always fun. And I'm going for surgery next Wednesday. But yeah, otherwise, thought I'd do a cool video now. Mercedes. We all know Mercedes. They create the first car. They're very refined. They break after the warranty runs out, and they're always full of those cool, fancy little gizmos. Well, AMG, for people who don't know what they are, is like if all the Mercedes engineers did hard crack, like hard lines of crack, just snorting all of it because they are nuts. Now, there is even a more nuts division of AMG, but we're not going to go into that video. But yeah, AMG, Mercedes on crack. Thought it was a good title. I'm probably going to use it for the title of this video, but I thought it was solid. But anyway, I'm not going to try and waffle, but anyway. This next slide. Oh yeah, what is AMG? Well, I can't just explain, so that's annoying. Didn't know this AMG logo right here. I didn't know that was an actual AMG logo. It's a tree, and I believe like a piston. It's got a spring on it, so I don't know. Yeah, I think that's actually an AMG badge. I could be wrong, though. I could be very wrong, but hopefully I'm not. But yeah, AMG. I'm not... I'm more a Japanese German. I'm sort of a Japanese and German car guy, but more Japanese. I mean, all my dream cars are Japanese, so... with a little bit of German sprinkled in. But yeah, I do quite like Mercedes. I'm also going to do, I think, maybe a BMW M division. And maybe an Audi RS, talking about Audi RS stuff. But I thought I'd start with AMG because I'm going to now go over some of their more oddities. Right, these are the things you just kind of go, why did you make that? This is when they were, like, these projects coming up, these cars that they built coming up, are the true definition of them snorting a whole lot of hard drugs. All the crack cocaine in Germany was snorted when making these kind of cars. Let's get into it. First one, Mercedes R63 AMG. Recipe: take one van. Take one people mover or van. Take one Mercedes C63 AMG. Take a legendary 6.2 litre naturally aspirated V8 and shove it into a van, meaning you now have a 170 mile per hour, like 4.5 second like super MVV MP. I can't speak English. Super MPV flip. Super MPV. There you go. I did it. Paki to me. That's the only Mario word I like using. That can still seat like 7 or 8 people, and yet can out drag race most sports cars. Don't know where the thought process was going with this, but they gave us something cool. To be fair, I've never been a fan of the R class. I thought it was a very boring vehicle. It's like luxury minivans. Never really. It's a very American concept, I suspect. In New Zealand, it's not really a thing. But there is one for sale, an actual R63 AMG up in Auckland, the top half of New Zealand. They want a lot for it, though. He wants 63, I think it was. Now it's 55. So it's like 55 grand for like a 2007. You'd have to be a Mercedes collector. I can't, man, like, someone who normally wants a family vehicle, I can't understand buying one, but hey-ho. But yeah, that's the first one. On a rating of craziness, I'd say 1 to 10. I'd say this is a solid 7 or 8 because it's pretty damn insane. I mean, why? Just why? They cannot have made sales on this. This was really just one of those moments where it's like, the engineers just overruled the account. So it was like, no, fuck you. Apologies for the language. We're going to make a super MPV. But yeah, next car. I swear the swiping never works. It would. Oh. Next car. Mercedes SL65 AMG. Now, the SL63 AMG is actually quite a reasonable car. It's got, I think, the V8 from the last car. Same V8, I think it is, or maybe a different one. But it's got, you know, turbochargers, and it's powerful, and it's like, okay, that's pretty cool. But the CL65 is its bigger brother, the lesser known bigger brother. Now, I went on Trade Me, which is my version of eBay, or like Auto Trader or any of those websites. I looked up SLs, and you can get, there's quite a few 63s. I think there's about 10 or 15 of them, and they look all the same as the CL65, and you can't really tell. But what makes it special? Well, basically, you take, oh, fudge. You take one Pagani Zonda, you take a normal Mercedes CL, and out of it, you get the CL65. Because the CL65 has like a 6-litre V12, I think it's twin turbocharged, possibly, out of a Pagani Zonda. Fudge! I can't. Oh my god, my notifications are killing me. Give me a minute. Apologies for that, we should be back on action, but yeah. The CL65 has a 6-litre or 7-litre Pagani Zonda V12 in it. Now, the one problem with this car, as I've heard, is it's very fast in a straight line. D-Restrictor can do about 180 or something, 190, something stupid like that. But apparently, since it's got like traction control and ABS, apparently it does ruin the fun a little bit, which is typical Mercedes, to be honest. For that reason, I think it's a good sleeper. Well, not really. It doesn't look like it, but I reckon it would give people a bit of a surprise. I know the one way you can tell this from a CL63, because they look basically the same on the outside, is there'll be a little V12 badge just behind the front fender, and on the back it's got oval pipes instead of square pipes like the CL63 has. I think that's the ways of telling them. But yeah, very rare. I haven't found any in New Zealand, so I've never seen one. Well, I might have seen one and just ignored it, but I can't imagine there are many, because I think it was a lot more money over the CL63, and I don't think it would have been that much worth it, to be honest, because the CL63 is probably already quick enough of a car. But out of 10, I'd say it's a 5. I think it's really, really cool. Like, I think it's really cool and would be monstrously quick, but if it goes wrong, being able to service... The good thing with the V8 is they made a lot of them. They made in lots of different models, but the V12, they only put in a handful, and it would be very expensive to fix if it went wrong, so that would scare me. And fuel costs, I mean, New Zealand is very expensive fuel. God damn, how expensive would it be to fill up one of these things? It would chew fuel like there's new tomorrow. But anyway, next car. This one's cool. This one is one from a video game. You know Top Drives. Probably a lot you know. This one's from Top Drives. So I thought for a very long time that AMG only did Mercedes. But I forget that before they merged with Mercedes, they were still a standalone tuning company, who not only did Mercedes, but I think they did Ferrari and maybe some other companies. But they did focus on Mercedes quite a bit. But one of the other companies they did was I can't speak English, was Mitsubishi. You've got the Galant AMG and the Debonair V3000 Royal AMG. The Galant is the ones on the left, and the Debonair is the ones on the right. I think I'm saying it right. Debonair? Debonoir? I don't know. Now, these cars aren't actually faster like most AMG models are. So these are more just body... I think it was just body kits, different wheels, and I think different suspension that was slightly softer. These are more just kind of appearance packages more than performance packages. I don't know if they were faster, they might have been, but I know they are incredibly rare. I try Googling any for sale in New Zealand, there's just nothing, which is surprising because we have quite a big import for Japanese stuff, so maybe one of them might slip through the net. I suspect finding one even in Japan would be impossible, because, I mean, I can't imagine many of these being sold. But yeah, I think they're cool. Both of them, I'm going to give them a solid, 8, because I just think, I love Mitsubishi, I'm a big Mitsubishi guy, big fan of the Evo and all that, and I think these two are very underrated, cool cars, cool JDM cars. Why spend 500 grand on, a Skyline, because that's how much they go for, when I reckon you could pick one of these up for not that much, since there isn't probably a big fan base for them. I could be wrong, and, you could try and find one for 100 grand, but I reckon they wouldn't actually be that much money if you tried to find one. Plus, I reckon you could get an appearance package. If you had a Galant or a Debonair, Galant's probably more popular, I reckon getting, the AMG body kit and appearance package might be tricky, but I don't know, you could probably pull it off. But, yeah, I do like this, and I would love to have one, but, like I said, impossible to find, probably. Next car. I swear my touchscreen's broken. Wait, do you just tap? Oh, been exposed. Wait, where's all my... 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm stupid. Sorry, I'm not paying attention. Number 4. Wait, that's not 4. You can't even see my hands and I'm doing that. Mercedes E63 AMG wagon. I've always loved this generation. I don't like the newer ones. I think they look too boring and plain, which everyone thinks is actually a good thing because they look like a sleeper. I've always liked this generation of E-Class. I've always liked the grille with the little Mercedes badge that points up. But I especially love the wagon. Why? Well, look at it. From the front, you've got a very classic, gentleman's looking car. You can go do a meeting in, do some business, that kind of thing. But then the wagon was like, oh, well, but on the weekend you could go to the beach and take your dog in the back and all your kids and all the stuff, and you could go chill. And then AMG was sat there at the table while they were planning this all at the end, going, hey guys, just one thing. Can we put a 6.2 litre V8 in the front of it and make it a hot rod wagon? Because that's basically what they did. And it is quite the sleeper anyway, because if you remove the AMG badges, the tailpipes would probably give you away, but apart from that, and the noise, obviously, the noise would be tremendous. But apart from that, I think it is cool. And these in New Zealand, like I said, are really hard to find. This generation weren't really sold in New Zealand. I don't think they might have been, actually. But yeah, just cool. Definition of cool. I'm going to give this a 9 out of 10, in my opinion, because they're just so cool. Cool, rare, and sleeper. But the thing is, this is a performance car. You could do performance things in, but you could take it to the shops. You can go to the supermarket and do a weekly shop. That's why I like it. Same reason I like the R-Class. And the CL's not as practical, but maybe. It's like, the CL probably not actually, but the R-Class and this, you can still have all that firepower, but you can still do practical everyday things with them. So it's like, that's why I do love these kind of things. Bit crazy, but there's a little bit of sense. And final car. If my thing fudging loads. Is there a... Wait, there's only... I thought I did 5. Did I only do 4? That is awkward. Well, that video... That's... I think I'm stupid. Anyway. Well, anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Yeah, AMG. Sometimes I just don't know what's going through their head. I mean, the E63 is cool. The Glance are cool. The SL is just nuts. And the R-Class, I mean, how much cocaine were they really sniffing? We will honestly probably never know. And it's sad, to be honest, because now when you look at the latest AMGs, they're not nearly as cool as these ones. I mean, they come with 4-cylinder turbos, and I'm sorry, that's just... That's like seeing, like, one of those... That's like seeing your best mate who you've seen gone to steakhouses with, and he's eating, like, red steak and stuff. And then suddenly he goes to... Next time you meet him, he's like, oh, hi, and he's suddenly vegan or vegetarian. A once great thing has been turned miserable. AMG, once a great company doing great things, has now been forced to make 4-cylinder hybrid turbo C-classes when back in the day they were just like, nope, dinosaur powered. Well, anyway, thank you so much for watching. Subscribe. I was going to leave an Instagram link, but to be honest, the Instagram link never works for some reason. I've tried it, it fails. So just go on Instagram, Google Yogurt Plays. I think it's Yogurt, it's all undercase. Yogurt _ with a line plays. And then it'll be the icon I have on YouTube, I think. I think it's that exact icon. Go find that. And go give me a follow. I want to get to 100 followers this year, maybe more. Expand my audience a little bit. Because I do post quite a bit on there, and more than I probably will on the YouTube, but I'm going to hopefully improve that. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you, well, whenever I'm not tired and can actually film a video properly without falling on the floor with tiredness. But yeah, ta-da!